Clinical research is the medium through which we develop innovative medical treatment options for patients. However, the reputation of clinical research has varied over the years. Some people say that they are experiments for humans. Some people say that they are reserved for people at the end of life or who have no other treatment option. And others say, well, these things are only offered at big research institutions that I have to travel to. You need lots of money. These things need lots of funding. And I disagree with these point of views. And I hope that at the end of this presentation, you can see clinical research through the lens that I see it, which is as an alternative treatment plan for patients. It is enhancing and adjuncting everything that's offered through your primary care, typically free of cost because these things are sponsored by pharmaceutical companies and other institutions. For example, say you go in for a primary care visit and your blood sugar's been high. The doctor runs tests and he says, you have diabetes. He may prescribe metformin or Ozempic, but maybe you're a better candidate for a drug that's still in phase 2 clinical trials. Well, if your doctor's aware of that study and is involved in some way, then they can offer that to you and see if you want to consent to be in that study to receive that new treatment, typically free of charge, no matter what your insurance coverage is, through the clinical trial itself. Now, this is already being done across the United States. We have thousands of clinical trials going on. The problem is not every trial that starts is going to successfully finish. And so we have these varying failure rates across the United States ranging from 11 to 20%. Now that's important because that means 1 in 5 clinical trials that start will fail. We'll offer it to patients, we'll get their hopes up, we'll enroll them, and we will waste their time. They will not come to fruition, that drug or device will not hit the market, and that is a huge letdown and a waste of everybody's time. To combat that, my research is focused on not just building these feasibility assessments to kind of off-the-cuff measurements of how a study might go, given the site experience or the pool of patients that the doctor typically sees, but instead developing quantitative probabilistic models, being able to tell you without a doubt, this is your probability of success if you start this type of trial. How do we do this? Well, we're using historical data. We're using data that has been collected on the protocol design and on the results of studies that have been completed successfully in this area so that you can type in exactly how you plan to do your study, and we can tell you based off of historical context, your probability of success, how long it's going to take you, how many people you're going to need, etc. So at the end of the day, what does this do? Well, it makes sure that clinical trials that are being offered to patients are only ones that actually have a chance of finishing, that don't get people's hopes up, and for the pharmaceutical sponsors out there that don't waste your time and your money. So we hope that these tools can be used to design trials more effectively and to make sure that there are no more non-starters happening in the United States. Thank you.